It's just an established fact that Black people push their limits and take things to another level. It's because they can develop skills and perform feats that ordinary humans think are impossible. When it comes to sports, they literally forget they are humans and therefore are bound to be restricted by human capability. In history, we have seen incidents when Black people pulled out feats that stunned the audience and even judges and referees. They could not comprehend how humans could perform such a feat, creating new records that can never be broken. The Black players' performance has been so unexplainable that various sports were forced to change rules and ban the feat these players performed. It's because the feats made other players look irrelevant, making it hard for non-Black players to compete. Yes, that's unfair because Black players' talents were banned. But what are those players that changed sports rules, and what difference did they showcase? Welcome to a new episode of Black Afrik Diary, a channel where we talk about Black African history, culture, arts, and civilization. It's a place where you will see the real picture of Black Africa, its stories, and the events defining it. In this episode, we will talk about 8 unbelievable Black players who forever changed the sports rules. Let's get started. Number 8. Sua Bonilla. Sua Bonilla was a legendary French skater who significantly impacted the world of figure skating by flawlessly executing a forbidden backflip, a move banned by the Olympic Committee. Before her, Terry Kubica, an American skater and the pioneer of backflips in ice skating history, stirred controversy when judges questioned the authenticity of his landing on both feet after a backflip. Later, this backflip was banned. Undaunted by the restrictions, Sua, inspired by Terry, took it further. Despite the ban on backflips since 1971 due to safety concerns, the young and talented Black skater boldly defied the rules, executing the banned move with exceptional skill on just one foot. This audacious act challenged the norms and left an enduring legacy in the sport. At the 1998 Winter Olympics in Nagano, Japan, in her free skate program, Sua Bonilla took a shot at a backflip, a move that had been off-limits in competitive figure skating since 1976, as per the safety concerns laid out by the International Skating Union. In her routine, Sua put her own spin on the backflip. She didn't just land conventionally on both blades. Instead, she landed on one blade, cranking up the difficulty and risk for a move already deemed forbidden. Sua's choice to pull off the banned backflip on one blade was a rebellious move, showing off her fearlessness and giving a little pushback against the restrictions imposed by the sport's governing body. While the move itself showcased Sua Bonilla's exceptional athleticism and skill, it stirred up controversy and conversation within the figure skating community. Some admired her audacious approach, while others raised concerns about safety and adherence to the established rules. The incident goes down in figure skating history as a formidable moment. Number 7. Shaquille O'Neal. Fondly known as Shaq, he is a legendary former basketball player who redefined the sport. He not only stood out as a gentle giant, but also established himself as one of the greatest players in the game's history. Shaq's dominance was so profound that opposing teams had to devise specific strategies to counter his influence. He was just too difficult to play with, not giving any chance to other towering basketball players to snatch the ball. It's because he himself stood at a towering 7 feet and 1 inch, weighing 324 pounds in his prime. Shaq was an unstoppable force, and his extraordinary physical prowess prompted the NBA to make rule adjustments. Shaq's sheer power went beyond merely shattering backboards. It led to the complete destruction of the basket structure on 2 occasions. Faced with the hassle of dealing with broken backboards, the league had to implement a rule penalizing teams for such incidents. Shaq's impact transcended scoring points. He reshaped the game's rules to accommodate his unparalleled abilities. Number 6. Simone Biles. Simone Biles is an American gymnast and probably one of the greatest players of all time. She has won gold medals more than any other player in history, making her the most decorated player in sports history. This journey was never easy or ordinary. She registered various moves after her name in international gymnastic events during her career. For example, in vault named Biles, Simone executes the Aminar, a sequence involving a round-off onto the springboard, back handspring onto the vaulting table, and a laid-out somersault with 2.5 twists. She adds a half twist to this already challenging vault to elevate the difficulty. Another move registered as Biles 1 includes a double layout with a half turn. Simone delivered a double layout with a half twist during her floor exercise. This move is a testament to her remarkable tumbling skills and spatial awareness. Then came Biles 2, which includes a double layout with a half twist, followed by a double backflip with 3 twists. The elaborate combination of these elements showcased the extraordinary nature of this feat. Simone Biles stands out as the world's most accomplished gymnast, celebrated for her unmatched precision and core strength. Her excellence is so exceptional that judges had to overhaul their scoring system for specific moves, particularly the double-double dismount, now simply dubbed the Biles move. The rationale for assigning lower scores to this maneuver was its perceived danger and complexity. The goal was to discourage other athletes from attempting it, given that failure to execute it flawlessly could result in severe injuries or even death. However, Simone was never appreciated for showcasing such moves. These moves, registered after her name, were given low scores that showed discouragement than recognition. It's because since other players could not copy her due to the difficulty of the moves, the judges outrightly banned them. It was ridiculous, but Black players always endure this. Before we continue further, tell us, are you enjoying the video? If yes, please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos on Black Africa. Let's continue now. Number 5, Bob Gibson. Bon Gibson played her entire career for the St. Louis Cardinals, being the right-handed pitcher in Major League Baseball. He boasted 2 World Series victories and 9 All-Star appearances. His most remarkable achievement came with a 23-9 overall record, including an impressive 15-game streak and a staggering 1.12 ERA, a record considered practically insurmountable. Bob Gibson's performance was so commanding that MLB officials opted to take measures to boost offensive production and foster a more even-handed game. Consequently, the league instituted rule adjustments prior to the 1969 season. One of these rules was a reduction of the pitcher's mound height, brought down from 15 inches to 10 inches. This modification aimed to diminish the advantage pitchers, including power pitchers like Gibson, held over hitters. What's more, the strike zone was also modified. The height of the strike zone was similarly decreased to promote increased hitting and scoring. The objective was to create a more formidable challenge for pitchers, preventing them from easily achieving low-scoring games. Although Bob Gibson was not the sole catalyst for these rule changes, his dominance in the 1968 season stressed the pitcher-friendly climate of that period, compelling MLB officials to make adaptations in pursuit of a more balanced and competitive game. The alterations to mound height and the strike zone had a lasting impact on the dynamics of baseball, reshaping the equilibrium between pitchers and hitters. Number 4, Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods is a Black American golfer holding numerous records and is officially one of the greatest players of all time. His powerful swing sent the ball extraordinary distances, leading to the widespread adoption of tiger-proofing strategies on golf courses worldwide. It was a rule change solely in response to Tiger Woods, to even the playing field and prevent Tiger Woods from gaining a significant advantage on the golf course. Course designers and organizers introduced alterations to introduce challenges and diminish some of Tiger's strengths. Given Tiger's reputation for powerful and precise drives, some golf courses were elongated, requiring players to execute longer and more accurate shots. By tightening fairways, the margin for error off the tee was minimized. This tweak aimed to increase the difficulty of driving, even for someone with Tiger's accuracy. What's more, bunkers, water hazards, and other obstacles were strategically placed to penalize players for wayward shots. This prompted golfers, including Tiger, to meticulously plan and execute their shots. Changes to the contours and slopes of greens elevated the difficulty of putting. This adjustment specifically targeted Tiger's exceptional putting skills, but all this made Woods even more detailed and precise, and a force that could change gold rules just by using her extraordinary skills. Number 3, Serena Williams. Serena Williams, although retired, is a living legend that made female tennis as famous as it is today. She is the reason we know about tennis. However, even if she is a tennis legend, she navigated and triumphed over criticism, racism, and grief throughout her illustrious career. She didn't let pregnancy slow her down, playing while expecting and making a rapid return to the sport shortly after giving birth. Serena challenged the conventional image of a tennis champion, transforming the expectations of how they should look, dress, and carry themselves. Tennis attire, once deemed uninspiring and lacking the assertive statement, often leaned towards a more passive appearance. However, Serena boldly sported a black catsuit that stirred widespread conversation, standing out not only as an immensely skilled tennis player, but as someone who fundamentally revolutionized women's tennis. Her catsuit, which became her signature style and coherent with her playing style, was later banned. It showed that the tennis community could not even bear watching a black woman excel and break barriers. Number 2, Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali is a name that needs no introduction. Being one of the most famous and successful American boxers, and an inspiration for legendary boxers like Mike Tyson, he is the greatest boxer the world could ever see. Ali elevated the conventional weigh-ins into a spectacle where things could easily spiral out of control. Unlike the casual approach of athletes before him, Ali turned weigh-ins into public events, using the platform to verbally spar with opponents, intending to shatter their confidence just before a fight, showcasing his unmatched showmanship. These weigh-ins later became a part of boxing culture. He pioneered various other techniques like using psychological tactics against opponents. Leading up to the fight, he would verbally taunt and diminish them, aiming to erode their confidence and secure a mental advantage. While not constituting a rule change, Ali's psychological strategies significantly influenced how fighters approach the mental aspect of the sport. Since then, many fighters have integrated psychological tactics into their pre-fight routines. Number 1, Pelé. Edson Arantes do Nascimento, better known as Pelé, was one of the greatest football players of the 20th century, who played for Brazil. While the debate over Pelé versus Maradona's football prowess may persist, there's no denying Pelé's monumental influence on the sport. Pelé played a pivotal role in making soccer a popular sport in the USA. His global appeal was such that in some countries people sought to touch him, others wished to kiss him, and in some places, they even kissed the very ground he played on. After an extraordinary 22-year football career, Pelé's name became synonymous with the sport, evolving into an iconic symbol for Black people worldwide. He was the man who did not only change rules, he actually made those rules and principles. Pelé's exceptional attacking skills and goal-scoring prowess forced opposing teams to reevaluate their defensive approaches. Teams began adopting more sophisticated defensive tactics to counter the threat of prolific goal scorers like Pelé. Pelé's skillful and creative playing style ignited a more expressive and attacking brand of football. Teams redirected their focus to building plays from the back, emphasizing ball control, complex passing, and flair. This evolution in offensive styles shaped coaching philosophies and dictated how teams approached their attacking strategies. Isn't it true that Black players' signature talents and feats were banned because of discrimination? What would have happened if these feats had not been banned? Let us know your thoughts about these Black players who went far beyond their human capability to reach another level of perfection. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. We bring videos on Black Africa, its history, rich arts and culture, and things the world should know about. Thanks for watching. And until the next video, stay tuned.